Balaji of IT department. We have a we have done mini project on fire risk assessment system using API source data and fire detection system using convolution neural network in an image under the guidance of Kankadurga ma'am. Thanks for her for helping in the project. And the abstract of the project is to fire disasters can profound effect on human population in several significant ways like healthy, physically, mentally, homelessness, etc. To predict fire in advance can help them in the losses and damages. So we have done a project on this. Coming to system specifications, software software specifications are program skills are Python and JavaScript, and web development are HTML, CSS, and integrated develop environment is especially VS Code and Jupyter Notebook. Hardware requirements are 4 GB or more than 4 GB RAM, i5 and 7th generation processor, internet connectivity, keyboard and mics, etc. Some all. And coming to literature survey, these are literature survey papers which have done previously on similar projects of fire detection. We done learning from all this and improve some accuracy in finding fire detection. And we used an algorithm convolution neural network. It is of type deep learning model typically well suited for involving images analysis and pattern recognition. And CSS has many layers like convolution layer, pooling layer, input layer, activation function, fully connected layer, output layer, flatten layer. All have different functions. Convolution layer takes input and it decreases the what we call futures of images and it tries the patterns, and based on activation functions each layer has to be activated. Some inbuilt functions are be done by CNN and it takes the pattern of image whether it contains fire or not. And our project is a real-time performance integration, and we use application for wildfire monitoring and urban fire detection, etc. Some all. Coming to UML diagrams, we have done activity diagram, use case diagram, class diagram, deployment diagram, architecture diagram. Basically comes to activity diagram. User opens the application and enters the location. If it predicts the fire, uh, I mean when we enter a particular location and click on get weather, it will mm, uh, feature temperature, weather, humidity, and predefined equation. It will calculate some value. If the value is greater than 50%, then occurrence of chance is more. If they less than 50%, chance of occurrence of fire is less. If more than 50%, upload images to confirm that whether the fire is occurring or not. If not, less than 50%, we can ignore it. All diagrams. And about coming to system architecture, we use data source, some API live data, prediction model, already predefined logistic equation, and decision making. If 50% more than 50%, there is a greater chance of occurrence of fire. Fire detection model, upload image and it preprocesses using CNN model. It detects whether there is a fire in an or not in a given location. Source code, it is used to fetch API data, and by giving this particular location, it will get temperature, humidity, wind speed, and based on some calculations, we can see here. This is the calculation where speed, temperature, humidity. It calculates the values less than a particular threshold value, then it will give a chance. and this is for image classification whether that particular location has image or not. The code is training model using CNN, predicting fire function and inputting images output. It will use a fire. Thank you, and let's go with the implementation. What is the VS Code? This is the source code of uh, uh, web page. Here we can see, and this is JavaScript file. We have a API key, but this is one. This one. This is the API key of a particular web page where we grabbing the API live location data. This is the URL message query to send our such location along with our API ID so that it can fetch weather of a particular location, and we can perform. uh, Here we created and it features the data. And so before this, we have done a logistic regression of previously based on the temperature, humidity and wind speed, whether the fire of chances are based on the values. This logistic equation is acquired, and by putting the gathered value we can find if the value is greater than 66, there is a probability of 50% probability of occurring chance. And this is style sheet, and let's implement it. Mm. So this is one. So let's type Hyderabad. It gets the weather and temperature, humidity, wind speed, and calculates occurrence of fire, and also some my district name Nalgonda. It gets if none of the location is present, like this, it gives an error. I don't have this name in my database. This is for fire prediction to confirm that whether the fire is present in or not. We just import necessary libraries and pre-processing. We have to classify it is fire and non-fire labels, like fire is 0 and non-fire is 1, and make CNN training using sigmoid and ReLU activation functions. And to compile, we use optimizer Adam and losses binary cross entropy. After training and fitting the model, we achieved an accuracy of 98.97, which is almost equals to 99%. After training, we saved our model and predicted and prediction. We testing on 68 labels, and it gives this is the accuracy graph, value accuracy graph. And let's predict by giving an image. This is by giving image you can, after saving model, let me run. This is the model. It is running. Please wait a minute. It's run successfully and run this. Uh, let's predict an image. Mm. It says there is no file in it. Let's take another one. Mm. Let's copy path and go to the project and replace it with the particular one and let me run it. Now this is there is a file. It's all about project. Mm. Thank you. Thank you for listening up to the end.